to the Ace Podcast. I'm your host, Will the Greatest, and here we talk all things art, culture, and entertainment. And happy 2022 to all of you. With me today, I have my basically regular co-host at this point. Your co-host now, regular co-host, Aaron, real
Yeah.
Aaron, only Aaron. How you doing today?
Hey, what's up? I'm doing good. Doing gravy, baby. It's a good day today. It's a Sunday. It's January. We out here living, surviving, and thriving.
It, it was Sunday for me.
Oh shit, you're right. We live it on different coasts, y'all. He got
Yeah,
he got the snowstorms, and I got the tsunamis.
yeah, it's like it's just water on both ends. Some of it is loose and some of it is solid.
You
So,
know, different forms to different storms, baby.
different forms to different storms. But I mean, how's your holidays, man? How's your New Year's? I don't think we've like caught up since all that happened. I think we recorded. Did we? Yeah, we recorded
Oh,
before New Year's. We recorded before
we
Christmas.
did. We did record before New Year's. So funny enough. I think I said it last time, I actually caught COVID, the Omni, right before the
Damn.
new year. So my quarantining was 10 days, and I literally stopped quarantining on New Year's Eve. So what I did was I went to go see Nightmare Alley, Guillermo del Toro's new movie. And it was really good. And then I recorded a video for my best movies of the year. And then I kind of just stayed home and watched the countdown with my fam and then FaceTime some friends. It was nice. It was a very low key years of exactly how I wanted to start it. But just like sober and just on a productive path. Yeah, man. It's been good and productive so far. Just been keeping up my healthy habits and whatnot. Just taking it day by day, man. Yeah. How about you? How's yours?
It was interesting. We'll have to talk about it after the episode. That's a story in itself. I mean, it was all right. It
Oh,
was good. Um,
okay.
fun.
Oh yeah, we haven't really spoken like that since before the new year. That's
Yeah,
funny.
so
That's,
I'll just tell you about that away from the show.
that's on
But
the after dark.
huh?
That's on the so that's on the after dark
That's
podcast.
some after dark talk. um, no, it was good. Like holidays was crazy, but I mean, it was overall positive, and then the New Year. Bro, I gotta tell you about how my day started, but that's also after dark talk. So let's get into these topics. We we have a very big Warner Brothers heavy front load until we get to the back end. So yeah, a little bit of DC stuff, and then we're gonna talk about a little show called Euphoria. Then we're gonna talk about our movies and get out of here. So I think the first thing I want to talk about is the Batgirl film for HBO Max has officially gone into production. So we have, the cast and everything is set. We're supposed to be getting an announcement for who is Nightwing soon. The big front runner rumors are that it's Dylan O'Brien, which is perfectly fine by me.
I'm with
But
it.
in the meantime, we got our first look at the Batgirl suit that she'll be wearing in the movie. I believe the movie is inspired by Year One, and it's garnered an interesting fan response. So I am of two minds about suit, and it follows up a conversation we had for the show. Uh, it is one of the it's one of the most accurate comic book suits we've had in a while because it's inspired by Burnside suit from the Batgirl and Burnside run. I don't like it specifically because of that because I don't
Mm.
like that suit. so, uh, so is it faithful to the comics? Yes, almost 1 to 1. I think the only difference is her belt is black and in the comics it's yellow, so it's pretty damn faithful. I
And
don't
then her
like
gloves
that
are
suit
also
design.
are yellow in the comics as well.
Yeah. So that's really what it comes down to. Is like I'm not really a fan of it. I know some people kind of have complaints about the material, but I'm like that's what it looks like in the comics. It's like a leathery jacket type deal versus anything else. But I mean, what are your thoughts about this suit? I mean, it's Leslie Grace, I think, is playing Barbara Gordon, and she has the red hair. Thank you, DC,
It
for
does
making
have the
up
red
your
hair.
awful mistake of Lois Lane. She got her hair right. Thank goodness.
At
Even
least
though
they
they didn't
got
do it
that.
with Supergirl.
So I saw this picture while I was at work, and then I opened it because we have a group chat with our some other friends of ours, and I was very underwhelmed by the costume. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't hate it. I was like, "Oh, yep, that's the thing. That's that one suit." And yeah, man, it's simple. You know, it's leather. It looks uncomfortable to try to fight in. That's my only thing.
Uh,
I feel
That's one
like
of the reasons I don't like the Burnside suit. Is it's not. I give it a pass for the context that you know it's supposed to be like a Batgirl Year One type story. So it's like, okay, if this is a suit that she made herself, it makes sense. And hopefully by the end she gets a better one, since they're implying that I think Bruce and Dick are going to show up. But yeah, it's just like it's not the most practical. Like heavy boots, I'd say, and like a heavy, thicker jacket. I don't think are helpful for someone who's supposed to be a little bit more agile. She's not acrobatic like Dick, but she is still like a nimble. She's a martial artist. Probably wouldn't want like combat boots and a leather coat.
right. No, that would really make sense for her to do. But yeah, I think that it's. I don't know. I think I need to see it in motion. Am I loving it right now? No, not really. But it's just a still image. Plus, the cape looks kind of weird. I need to see what the cape looks like flapping on it.
Material on the tape.
Because, yeah, see what the material on the cape is like. But, I mean, I'm sure she's going to do great. I'm really curious to see how. I'm more curious about how her Batgirl fits into this universe than I am the suit itself. Like, yeah, the suit's fine. It's like it's comic accurate and whatever. But she's with Michael Keaton, but she also has J.K. Simmons Bat, Commissioner Gordon. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
Flashpoint is
okay,
probably fucking things up. It sounds like.
yeah. So that kind of trips me out. I'm like, okay, did Commissioner Gordon was his wife like a Hispanic, or does she wait? Is she Hispanic, or is she
Yeah, she's Hispanic. I think
I don't
she's
know.
Dominican. Which that was one of the first questions I asked him. Like, all right, so if James is J.K. Simmons, who's her mom?
Who's her mom, or more importantly,
Who's it?
who's her
Dasha
dad? Who's her
Polanco?
real daddy? Who's her
Yeah,
real daddy?
she's adopted.
What's his wife's name in the comics?
Yeah,
Dasha Polanco. Who is that?
The really fine Hispanic actress I kept trying to fit in somehow to the MCU. Is
Oh
anybody
yeah,
when I was just
that's
like,
her
oh, she
mom.
should be
That's
play
kind of
Black Cat. You're like, she's
hilarious.
40. I'm like, I don't care. I didn't ask you
They're like
that
the same age. Did you want her to be Black Cat?
because we were talking about who we cast as Black Cat. I'm like, make it Dash Palenque. You're like, who's this?
She would
40, and I'm like, I
destroy
don't
Tom
care.
Holland's little ass. She would murder Tom Holland
Well, Michael
with
Keaton is in it.
all
You
of
know,
that
you're
woman.
right. I mean,
Yeah, confirmed,
again,
baby.
look, bro, he's down for the brown. He knows the vibes. He's with the shits.
He is down for the Brown. These are facts. Commissioner
Uh,
Gordon's down for the Brown. Spider Man's down for the Brown.
yeah, it's looking like
Whoever her
J.K.
love
Simmons
interest
is
in
her
this
father,
movie.
or
Yeah.
her 67-year-old father. Well, okay, I can't talk
Jesus.
shit because I really can't talk shit. Because I'm the same age as Leslie Grace and J.K. Simmons is the same age as my mother. So I can't say shit. I
Ah,
literally
there
can't
you
say
go.
shit.
He was about to say it's unrealistic. Look at you now.
I was really about to. I was
God.
really about to air my own self out. Like I can't. I can't say shit. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn second. Oh my god. A.K. Simmons and my mom
What?
were born almost the same week.
What? Shut up.
They're born 4 days
That's
apart.
wild. That's wild.
That is wild.
Wow, look at that.
Damn. Yeah. So I can't even talk shit about her. It's like, oh, she's too young. No.
No.
Because
Yeah, no,
Leslie
that's
Grace was born the same year as me.
damn. How
Uh,
was she born near
That's
you too?
nah. I don't think so. No, she was
Like
born
I
in the
got the same
Bronx.
birthday.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, in the Heights,
Dominican.
if you will. Right.
You know what's funny? You mentioned the Heights, and I think she was in the Heights or in the Heights, and we're not going to talk about that
She
movie
was.
today. I don't think. I think this will be the only mention we'll do of In the Heights. I don't think it made either of our lists.
It did. Ah. I think it made my list. If I remember correctly, I think it made my list.
Okay, well we'll get to that later. But
Spoilers. Did you not like that movie?
I did. It just didn't make my top 10. My top
Oh,
10
okay.
favorites.
Is it in my top? I need to look at it again. But what were we about to talk about?
I mean, do we have anything else to say before we move on to the maker of peace?
Now let's make some peace. That's the more interesting of the two topics.
Yeah. Usually I would kind of wait. I think my new model is going to be waiting for shows to end. But in this case, I'm making an exception for this one and when we talk about Euphoria later. Yeah, so Peacemaker came out, a show that, to be real, nobody asked for this show. Nobody asked for this show. I for damn sure didn't. I'm pleasantly surprised.
As was I.
Like I had no expectations for this show whatsoever, but James Gunn is behind it, and so I'm like, all right. I mean, I like the cast, and it picks up right after Suicide Squad, or sorry, the Suicide Squad ended, and it follows Peacemaker and his little peace pals, his little peace corps, if you will.
These boys.
And wow, the production on this was good, pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, I remember texting or messaging y'all about it. Right after watching after watching the first episode, and I'm like, yo, this show does something that full spoilers for the first 3 episodes of Peacemaker, which you should watch it. It's a great show. Go watch it. But it does something that DC's never really like done before in terms of on screen. And that's I mean, where do we want to start with this? Because I feel like we should start with opening, which
That first scene was so fucking funny. That first scene is hilarious.
I mean,
Where
yeah,
it's between him and the janitor.
and him calling him a racist superhero, which I'm like, well,
Yeah,
someone had
then
to say it.
there's
Shooting
a
a
who
lot
that
of brown
actor is
people.
murdered me. When he was shitting on Aquaman, he's like, "Don't say that. Why would you say that?"
Aquaman wouldn't do that. Would what was it? Pepe Frog 4269 lie to me? It's like
Like, oh, you big dope.
that weirdly tells me that James Gunn is kind of tuned in. Like that's James. Well, because James likes to piss off conservatives. Hence Peacemaker's father, which we'll get to in a bit. But please God, can we talk about the fucking opening? Can't skip it. Can't. I watch it through every time of that choreographed dance sequence. And you know what this tells me? Let James Gunn do James Gunn desperately wants to do a musical, and we keep pushing him to do comic book shit. And he's making it more and more apparent by the project. Like it started with Guardians of the Galaxy. But he keeps trying to tell us, he's like, please let me do a rock musical. I'll have so much fun. And we're like, no, you nerd. You stay in your nerd box and you do your comic book movies. And he's like, fine, fuck it. I'll find a way to fit it into my show somehow. And I think this is the biggest sign that he wants to do a musical, and we just won't let him as a society.
Give this man a stage play, damn it.
Yeah,
Give us
because
Peacemaker the musical.
this is like the opening is brutally hilarious, whether it needs to be or not. And also, what's bad is the song is catchy. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
listened or heard of Wigwam a day in my life.
I might have heard it in passing, like over the years, but I've never actually like listened to this.
Yeah,
And
like
it's cool. I like the dance a lot. And what makes it better is that all the supporting people that are in the dance, it's totally out of character for them, and they're all so serious as they're doing this dance. And I was watching a couple of interviews with James Gunn, and it's fascinating because he says he designed that opening for people to watch it, so people can see the credits for the actors that are on screen. And he wanted to design something that was catchy and that would catch people's eyes. But in addition to that, he he said that the opening plays a different role and has a different tone as the show goes on. Like it'll have a different meaning as we continue to watch the show and as it gets darker, which I thought was fascinating.
Which
So I look forward to seeing where it goes.
I am to my shock and awe, I'm surprised at how into that I'm in.
I'm
And
gonna learn that dance.
great song. Like it's legitimately just a really fun song. Um yeah, so we have Peacemaker coming out of the hospital after the whole Corto Maltese incident. Which the first thing I noticed is how good the show looks because they play clips from the Suicide Squad and then get right into the show. And the camera quality doesn't really look that different. Granted, the shots they're using, you know, they're not that like effect or lighting heavy or anything, but it's just like the consistency is pretty good in terms of like visually. Except for one thing that we'll get to. But yeah, Peacemaker comes out the
It
hospital.
is.
What's
I would
up?
say it is a little different because I feel like stylistically it's a little different. But as
Well, I
far
think
as
that's because
camera
the tone
quality
is different.
goes,
Say that
yeah, because he had a lot of like smash pans and zoom ins and whatnot during the movie,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
like the
because I think
title cards. But
I mean, like the literal quality of the visuals hasn't suffered in the transition from movie to TV. Now, the tone and of it vastly different. Like this is much more of a like comedy action, and I'd say Suicide Squad, which I'd say is kind of the flip. I think it was like action first and then comedy.
mhm.
With like some heartfelt moments. I think there's comedy action with some heartfelt moments. But yeah, we have him, getting out of hospital, recovering, told specifically not to raise his right arm as it's still healing, and that's just a running joke in the show. Um, we meet the Argus agents Clemson Mum, Amelia Harcourt, Don Economos, and Leola Adebayo. Which how are you feeling about Argus so far? Because I love Leola. She is the fucking most adorable, precious human, and I want to protect her with all of my like. Everybody likes her, whether they want to or not. She doesn't give you that option, and her wife is adorable, and her dogs are cute.
Yeah.
Like, we get a black lesbian power couple, and it's not like harped on, just nice and adorable. All she has to go work with the Thunder racist. Yeah. How do you feel about the rest of Argus though? I think it's an interesting little crew that he has.
No, I honestly really love them, and I think that Peacemaker's the main character of the show, but Adebayo's the heart of the show,
I agree.
and I feel like she is. Yeah, she's just such a wonderful character, and I love her and Peacemaker's dynamic. She's the only person that laughs at his jokes, really. And yeah, and she has this secret mission that, as of the time of us recording this, we don't know what it is. But we found out her mother is Amanda Waller, And we're like, whoa, that's something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, and that's
And
what blew me away. Is I'm like, DC's never really done much with that concept. Like Amanda Waller
yeah,
having a life outside of Argus.
yeah, and I'm like, interesting. I wonder why she has a different name entirely. Maybe to protect her daughter. I'm like, so why'd you put her in the field? I don't know. I have questions, but I think it's cool that she's related to that character.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have expected it either.
How did such a wonderful human being come out of Amanda Waller? That's what
Out
I
of
need to
like
know.
the like what someone who's comparable to villains, but also scares Batman.
Right. Also, we got to talk about my other two favorite characters in the show that we haven't mentioned: Vigilante and Eagly.
Dude, this is the worst CW-esque woke show ever. Cringy humor, cringy Deadpool-esque humor.
Have you seen any of it?
Yeah, I watched it.
You watched all of it?
Yeah, so bad.
You don't like it?
It's so awful.
You like
Oh, you don't? Yeah. He hates Peacemaker.
you're allowed.
I knew it definitely would not be your cup of tea. I'm sure you hated the intro, huh?
Yeah, I always skip it immediately.
Why do you watch it if you hate it?
Yeah,
Who's the only good part is Peacemaker himself.
that is I can't believe that whatsoever.
You don't like Eagly? You don't like the dad character?
I hate his
I mean,
You
dad,
don't
but I
like
like
the
Eagly.
Eagle's fine, I
Oh,
guess.
obviously
He
his
doesn't really do
dad's.
anything.
I mean,
Yeah, but
he's
you don't
evil.
like
He doesn't need to
the.
do anything.
So you don't like the jokes and the cutaways and supporting cast.
Yeah,
No, it's cringe-worthy Deadpool tryhard.
I had a feeling some people weren't gonna dive with that, but at the same time, like, I mean, I'm sure all 5 of those Peacemaker fans are gonna be very, very upset, or they're either gonna love it.
Right.
Yeah, it's not even true to the Peacemaker comics.
Who
I
the
will,
fuck cares about the Peacemaker comics?
yeah, because
Name
Uh,
5 of them.
I don't.
Dude, James Gunn ruined the lore of Peacemaker.
Yes, the
The
extensive
rich
lore,
lore.
the extensive lore of a
The
character that no one
expansive.
knew till the movie.
He ruined
I mean,
White Dragon
at least the costume
and
looks
Judo
great.
Master.
Like
I hate that Judo Master guy.
why?
Why? He barely did anything.
Yeah,
Because he's smug.
He throws
he's not supposed
Cheetos,
to be
bro.
likable.
In the
Yeah, I
comic,
just
he's a
want to
hero.
punch
So
him
imagine
like
he's
a
gonna
gnome.
imagine he's gonna switch sides
Uh,
because he's a hero in the comics.
yeah,
I love Vigilante. He's fucking funny.
I do
And
He's
too.
fucked
James
up.
Gunn cast his girlfriend again in the show. That's nepotism right there.
Is who?
Who's his girlfriend? Hardwire?
Hardcore or whatever.
Hardcore? Oh, that's his girlfriend?
That's his girlfriend?
Yeah, in real life.
Oh shit.
Well,
Good
to be
good on you,
fair,
James.
she's a isn't she a carryover from? Yeah, she's a carryover from Suicide Squad. She was already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he gave her the lead role basically in the show.
Is she a
Not
lead?
quite.
Wait. Oh,
Damn, think about this. She's gonna be Peacemaker's love interest. So he's eventually gonna
oh
have
my!
sex
Wait
scenes
a minute.
where he has to watch his girlfriend fuck John Cena.
Dude, why is James Gunn a cuck then?
He cucked
Maybe
himself.
that's his business.
Cuccaroni and cheese, dog.
Oh my God, she was Ashley in Book of
Jesus.
Love.
Alright, what's the next topic?
Oh, we're talking about
This is Nick, everybody, everyone who joined mid podcast.
the maker of peace,
I've always been here.
Plot twist.
always lurking.
Harcourt, that's her name. Harcourt.
Court,
Did not realize
not
that.
hardcore.
Yeah. I was like, what are they saying?
She's like a discount Black Widow.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Also,
Not mad at it.
why is Amanda Waller's daughter on this mission? She seems like out of place some reason.
That's what
Well,
the
yeah,
show
she's
has
the
to
heart
build
of the
up to.
team.
That's what we have to watch
the
to
point.
find out. Part of the mystery.
The show's to validate her. Exactly, it's to validate her presence. Do you like it less than the Marvel shows?
I don't know. That's like you can't get lower than rock bottom.
What do you like about Peacemaker? Name 5 things or 3 things you like about the show Peacemaker.
Only John Cena and that
Only
eagle
John Cena.
thing.
Eagle?
That's 2.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that they recast Vigilante after they filmed like 5 episodes with the old actor?
Nah.
No, shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yeah, they literally had a whole other actor and they had to reshoot the scenes.
What happened with him?
No.
Oh wow. Yeah. Chris Conrad.
Yeah, and if you look up the original Peacemaker actor, he's like the complete opposite of the guy they have now.
Wait, really? Hold on.
Oh wow. He played Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah, he's like this old, gruff-looking guy.
Yeah.
And then the Peacemaker that they
Wow.
recast him with is like this young soy boy-looking guy.
Being Vigilante.
Interesting. So
So
all the scenes that he had with him, they redid. That's a trip.
That's wild.
It said that they came, the old actor and James Gunn came to blows creatively.
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, if the writing was still the same. If the writing was still the same for that old guy, it probably wouldn't have worked as well.
It said they almost got into a fist fight over the direction of the character.
And that's probably the reason why.
We had already shot 5.5 episodes with another actor. he's an incredibly talented guy.
Yeah,
But we were on different pages with certain things, and I don't think he wanted to continue on the series in the long run. So we brought Freddie in 5.5 episodes in, and I reshot all of his scenes.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it had to have been.
You're the first person who asked me that question, which I'm surprised by. But yeah, we reshot. I directed all the scenes with Vigilante in 5.5 episodes. Crazy. That's wild. I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah. Especially because production was like last summer. Like it was the first half of last year, so I'm surprised we didn't hear about this.
He's like a big, stocky dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played Johnny Cage in the 90s. He's a big dude.
Interesting. Where's the original photos then of this dude?
Probably
somewhere. He looks like
probably
comparable to John Cena himself. Like they could be like contemporary buddies.
I mean,
I like the new guy better.
I can see why, if the writing was still the same, using like a big stocky guy, the jokes probably would not have landed the same way as they had intended. Like it'd seem weirder if it's like somebody that's comparable to John Cena acting that way about John Cena. Like it'd look not, he wouldn't look regular sad. It'd be like, Jesus. He looked like a loser.
The new Vigilante is like a soy boy looking guy, like the dude from The Boys.
That's fine.
Like Huey? What you're talking about?
Yeah, he's like a Huey knockoff.
I feel like you like Young Rippa. This is on 65. I feel like he's like one of your channels.
God.
I do like Vigilante's costume, actually.
Is it better than the Arrowverse Vigilante?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the bars through the floor, like you said. How do you get worse than the bottom?
He was trying to go skiing.
Oh shit! I totally forgot that Vigilante was an Arrow till you reminded me. Man. Oof.
But interestingly enough, in the show Arrow, he was played by, or his character was a guy named Vincent, and Adrian Chase was a different dude entirely.
I do vaguely remember that.
I think they were trying to do like a 180 kind of thing.
Well,
Like
because
a
here's the
flipperoni
thing:
and cheese.
no one cares about comic accuracy to Vigilante either. Like,
Did they
No,
ruin the
so they
vigilante lore?
right the
sure.
rich history of Vigilante that
Yes.
How could
everybody's
they not
clamoring
adapt
for.
that character properly?
That prestigious character
How
that
could
appeared
they?
in New Teen Titans number 20.
How could they?
How could they abandon?
Also, now Batmite is canon to the DCU.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he
I
is.
want more. I want him in the Batman too. Make him the villain. Fuck it. That's who Pattinson needs.
Put
Right.
him in the show.
Yeah, put him in the show. I don't
Put
give a
him
shit.
in.
I ain't got shit to lose but time. Like, go ahead, put Batmite in the show. I'll love it. Make him a Superman villain. Should have been the villain for the Flash. That'd be hilarious. Two goofy motherfuckers on
Oh,
screen
I
for
see.
2 hours.
I see what happened. So Adrian Chase was in the show in season 5, and Vigilante was also in the show in season 5. So they did like a dupia situation where they wanted you to think for comic people who know the comics are like, oh, this guy who's the mayor, he's Vigilante, and then they pull the psych, he's not Vigilante, it's some other dude. And then the 4 Vigilante fans are pissed that it's not the same guy.
Yeah.
And everyone else is like, oh,
No,
okay.
he's
that's fine.
different.
Did they ruin the
No.
Peacemaker character from the comics?
I mean, were you reading Peacemaker comics before this?
And
I just need King Shark to show up in the show. That's all I want.
Can they afford it?
I need
So-
King Shark.
That one,
I need
effect,
King
that one
Shark
effect
to
was
come
not
eat
given.
Eagly. Eat Eagly, King Shark. That's all I need.
I don't want him to eat Eagly, though. I like Eagly. I arguably like Eagly more than King
Eat-
Shark because he gives hugs.
Eagly is definitely gonna die. That's all I gotta tell you. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
want him
sorry
to
to break
die.
your heart, Will. He's gonna die. I don't know that. I have nothing to back that up, but I just believe it.
I hope he doesn't die.
I think they're gonna make our hearts swell up and love Eagly just for James Gunn to take it away from him. Horrifically.
That's gonna be what pushes him over the edge, and he starts killing everybody.
If you think James Gunn cares about your feelings, go watch Super.
or Scooby Doo.
Will, have you ever seen the show Super with Rainn Wilson or the
No, I
movie
need to.
Super?
I've heard good things about it.
It's like
Brutal, isn't it?
imagine James Gunn. It's like imagine James Gunn's version of Kick-Ass.
I mean, like I've seen some of the other stuff he did. I would not be shocked whatsoever. Like I saw what he did to fucking Starro. I felt bad for the space sea star. Like I don't want him to
No way.
Bird.
They came out in the same year.
really?
Super and Kick-Ass came out in the same year.
Funny that.
What are the odds?
Kick-Ass is getting rebooted. How do you feel about the rest of the cast?
I love the rest of the cast. I'm really
Like it.
curious about Myrn
Yeah.
because I want to know what his deal is. He walks
never
away from that
feels.
explosion without a scratch. He
Yeah.
never feels. Also, did you know that actor is going to be apparently one of the main characters in Guardians 3?
I heard that James liked him so much he just shoved him into 3. Is he gonna be the villain? Is he gonna be the High Evolutionary?
That's what the rumors are saying.
Yeah, those are
That's
rumors.
what the speculation is.
Yeah,
Which, hey, I'm not mad at that.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
He is. He's a great actor.
Yeah, I like him, and especially his like lack of feelings and learning to feel. It's like, so you've never felt cold? Nope. I'm like, all right, where we're going. Yeah, our court is she's good as what she is. Let's talk about his
He's
dad.
just there for eye candy.
Is she? Is that what it's supposed to be? Because it's not giving anything to me. She's just a lady. I'm honestly significantly more intrigued by Leota than I am Amelia in terms of eye candy appeal. Yeah, let's talk about the old white dragon.
The White Dragon. What a Swell guy.
Oh,
They ruined him too from the comics.
you ruin a racist.
How did they ruin that character?
You can't ruin somebody who's already unlikable.
Dude, James Gunn doesn't even care about comic lore.
That's fine.
Nope. He just cares about writing good characters in his adaptations.
Yeah.
He only cares about memes that like kids like.
No. He cares about pissing off conservatives too. That's why we have Augie. Why, and Robert Patrick is doing. Oh my God! Wow. Oh, side note, Robert Patrick. That's another person that is in that movie I was telling you about. By the way, in The Faculty. Robert Patrick's in it. He plays one of the lead villains. He's really good in that. A douchebag football coach. He's also great in this as a douchebag ex-military officer he's just all of the isms. He's just all of them.
Yep.
He's racist. He's homophobic. He's just all the isms.
He smells bad.
He smells bad. He looks dirty. His feet stink. Probably doesn't know Jesus. Like,
you don't know Jesus.
Doesn't know Jesus.
They ruined the legacy of Robert Patrick with this show.
Not in the slightest. Robert Patrick will do just fine after those T2 checks. I'm sure he'll be A-okay.
He's eating good.
He's
eating good.
He's doing just fine. I didn't is he really 63? Be damned.
No, really?
I never would have guessed it.
Wow. Who would have thunk it?
Would have
Who would have thunk it so?
Not me.
Not I. What was your favorite episode of the 3 that we watched?
I think the second one. That brought us one, it's the introduction of Vigilante, and two, what was that cute chick's name? Amber. Oh man.
Yeah.
I like Amber. I'm gonna talk about eye candy.
Yeah,
I was vibing with Amber.
Yeah.
Who?
But her dude is her dude's a
now
dick.
her dude, you want to talk about, Nick, you're talking about simpy, nerdy, boring guys. Evan, that nerd, that goober.
That guy was
Didn't appreciate his woman.
Yeah,
soy boy cucklord.
Evan? Yeah, he was. Yeah. Amber was cool.
We can agree on that.
Yeah, Amber's cool. I like Amber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like episode 2 is probably my favorite of them. We get the introduction of Amber. We get to see Vigilante. We get to see him have a montage of them like shooting random shit in the forest.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. They're throwing bombs at each other.
Yeah. I think everyone was just kind of on their A game. We also get more action from the introduction of the Evergreen Police. So, okay. There's an actor there that looks really familiar. I'm trying to figure out why. Lachlan Monroe. Okay, now I know why he looks familiar. So the other cop looked really familiar to me, and I was trying to figure out why. Have you seen White Chicks?
Yeah.
He was one of the douchebag white guys in White Chicks.
Oh, really?
He might have been the one that got fucked by Terry Crews. He was also in Scary Movie.
Okay.
So I was like, why does this guy look so familiar?
I've not seen Scary Movie in a long time either.
I remembered him from White Chicks and Scary Movie, and I'm like, that's what I'm looking at him now. I'm like, yep, that's what it is. Oh God, he's on Riverdale and Charmed. Jesus, get that check, man. Get that money by any means. Job is a job. I know what.
It's a job. We gotta be paid somehow.
Yeah. Plus, Eagly's such a good boy. But what's your favorite of the 3?
He's so cute. Ooh, good question. I really like the first episode. The first episode was really funny. And I like the third episode was fucked up. This is when we start to get into Peacemaker's actual morality.
Operation Butterfly.
For
real.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't know why. I think the fact that the Bernstein joke, it didn't. At first, I didn't think it was funny, but they kept going back to it, which made it even funnier to me because Mern couldn't get over it, or
Also,
they all couldn't get over it. I was like, "This is ridiculous."
and the funniest thing is that Adebayo was right. I
Right?
think that's what made it
No,
funny
totally.
too, is that like both of them tried to correct her, and they were still wrong.
I also love what his name, Economist. Like it took him like 3 times to take Judo Master down.
He
He
kept
didn't
hitting
hit
him
him
with
over
the
the head.
crowbar. I'm like, bro, double tap. Damn. Sheesh.
Yeah, man, I'm really enjoying the show, and
Yeah,
I
man.
look forward to seeing how much darker it gets and how much more fucked up it gets over the course of time.
Which would you? Are there any other characters you would kind of want to see a spin-off for? From
In this show,
well, from the Suicide Squad, not from this show. What? Yeah, you want to get an Amber and Evan spin-off?
yeah, baby.
Uh,
Um,
just a sitcom of two millennials dealing with bills.
who would I want to get a spin-off for?
I can
Hmm,
like I can think of one, and it's not going to be who you think it is.
maybe a Polka Dot Man spin-off.
It'd have to be a prequel at this
I
point,
don't
but
know.
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd have to be a prequel.
I'd be down for a Ratcatcher spinoff.
Yeah, I think I've heard other people want
She was a
a
hard
Ratcatcher.
one.
She's like the kindest
Like
one.
I'd want Harley to have a movie, but I'd love to see like a Ratcatcher spinoff show.
I mean, you already got that. Your wish is DC's already command.
Okay, a good Harley spinoff movie.
There you go.
A good one.
Yeah, give me a
Not
fucking
Birds
Gotham
of
City
Prey.
Sirens movie, you nerds. Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman.
The driver, yeah, let's get him a spinoff.
The
What
Hispanic driver guy.
was his name? Diego or
Yeah, something like that.
okay? Because then you realize he died. Milton. Let's
Oh,
get
his
the
name
Milton
was
spinoff.
Milton. Huh, it sure was.
It was
Fucking
good. I like that movie. I'm thinking back to it. I'm like, that was a really fun movie. So it's
a fucking Savant spinoff.
like
Oh man, no, that is you
a
and
Weasel spinoff.
yeah. Anything else about Maker of Peace, Peacemaker, man Maketh Peace? I mean, his dad's racist, so I'm curious to see where that. I'm
Loving.
curious to see where that White Dragon plot line goes, and I like John Cena.
Yeah, this is the best role John Cena's ever done, in my opinion. I was
Yeah,
like, he's carrying this show. Like, good on
yeah,
him.
he's doing pretty
Like, good
good, I
on
think,
him from going from actor.
and rapper.
Yeah, it's kind of a trip and rapper. That's right. Yeah, it's kind of a trip like growing up in like 2005, 2006, watching my first WrestleMania with John Cena, and now he's in my fucking comic book content, and it's great. Like John Cena's a staplehood of my childhood, and I'm happy that he's here to stay, only getting better and more diverse.
For, good for him. I wonder if we're ever gonna get a like a big movie that's like all the bigger wrestling stars like as an ironic piece. So it's like having The Rock, Cena, and
Batista.
yeah, Batista all in a project together. But what if it's just like it's a character
Yeah,
drama? It's a character drama with no action at all. Would that not be the funniest shit? It's just one big shit post.
it needs to be something where like these three big motherfuckers have no business being in those roles. Like they just got all these muscles for no reason.
They're just they're just big
Like they're
beefy as
priests or
shit, and
something.
it's a character drama about them as like single fathers. And they're just in
Who
a
work too hard and love their kids and never stop.
yeah, and that's it. It's like I just don't know how to take care
You
of
understand?
Samantha. She's growing up so fast in front of my eyes, and weirdly enough,
I was
Batista
like,
would
you
probably
understand?
do pretty well. Actually,
I can see it for Batista. I can
he's
definitely
getting
see it
pretty
for him.
good
I
at
think
doing
he's done
emotional
something
stuff.
like
I
that.
would just Arnold comes in as like he's the group leader.
No, you need a movie with the three of them about being fashion designers
Oh my god,
who are
I'd
all
die.
competing with one another.
Oh God, yeah. Before we get to
Oh
Euphoria,
Jesus.
like,
Okay.
who have we lost? We lost
We lost Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, we lost Betty White, and we lost. I'm missing one, Mr. Tibbs.
Man.
Talk about Euphoria.
Didn't even hear about that. Yeah, I'm with it.
All right.
I'm with the shits.
So
So
it's been 2 years since Euphoria season 1 ended. We got 2 specials, and then we have the beginning of
2019.
2018. No,
2019.
okay, I was about to say, I'm like, no, it wasn't, because I was dating someone during Euphoria. I remember because I went over there to watch it with her.
As was I.
Oh.
As was I, and as did I.
Yeah, so it was that and Grownish were the go-tos, but we got a new season. I finally watched. Before we get into the first episode of season 2, how did you feel about the specials?
I really enjoyed the specials. I especially loved the Ruse special.
I
thought they were very different.
I like Jules special more.
I thought they were both very different.
Mhm.
Really like Jules special more. I love the diner and the simplicity of it, of just having a conversation in this one room. I feel like, granted, Ruse, we got more perspective on Jules special, because it was a therapy session, and it was a lot more, I think, artistically creative as far as pure presentation. But Zendaya and Domingo, what's his actor's name? Domingo Coleman. Domingo. Just their acting was just on point in that episode, and I just really enjoyed it. But not to say I didn't enjoy Jules' episode as well. Her episode was fantastic.
I think that's what the thing was, is the acting in Rue's episode was superb. It was great. You know, they carried that because they basically had to. I was not really intrigued by it, to my surprise. I don't know what it was. It just, like, it took me a couple watches to get through. But Jules was, I think, because it had that range to it, just allowed me to get a lot more engaged than I was with, like, Ruse. But off of those, like, I think they do a good job with the insight for the characters. So not like I don't appreciate them, but you also, I wouldn't say I'd say Jules is a little bit more required just to kind of understand her mindset going into season 2 than Ruse is. Because Rue at the end of season 1 and going into season 2 is not that far removed, I would say.
And it's funny because, like, there's specials and they came out, I think one came out late 2020, the other one came out early 2021.
Yeah.
But I feel like even though they're more character pieces than plot pieces, I feel like they're both necessary watches for if you want to understand where they're at mentally.
Yeah, they add to it for sure. You know, it doesn't take away any of the strengths of the show. But we actually get a very Fez-centric episode, which was a pleasant surprise.
Mac Miller himself.
Yeah, and the opening of that episode, which the first thing I noticed, the graininess with which the camera, I think they went back to 16 millimeter for this season. So it's like the way it's shot is very 70s.
Yeah.
Until I realized that it's set in the 90s.
Wait, what? Euphoria is not set in the 90s. Oh, you're talking about the flashback?
Yeah. Because it has Kid Fez.
Oh, okay, I was like,
oh no, no, it'd be the early 2000s. Because is he a teenager? That's the thing I never got. Is Fez like a teen?
Yeah,
okay, so
I think Fez is in school with them. I think he's the same age as the other characters.
He's the same age, but I don't know if he's in school.
Oh yeah, he's a drug dealer. He needs to go to school.
Right. His school is the streets. But we get
right.
We get
School of Hard Knocks.
I didn't expect to see an Italian man with his whole erect penis out get his kneecaps blown inwards.
Nope.
I'm like, all right, Sam.
No,
all right.
That was definitely the last thing.
You don't have to see everything.
Shit. Hey, he's just trying to create equal representation, clearly.
I mean, look, I didn't need to see the titties
like,
either.
We're going to show titties, and we're going to show titties.
I feel both ways. Like, I didn't need to see anyone's genitals at all. The point The point was very clearly made. Yeah, going off of that.
He's like, you missed my show? How much you miss it?
Like, not
I'm
that
gonna show you
much.
some dicks.
Malcolm and Marie tied me over. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, Sam.
There was no dick in Malcolm and Marie.
That's fine.
There's no nudity in that movie.
I'm okay with that. You just had a John David Washington struggling to bite into Zendaya's ass cheeks. Zendaya's ass cheeks.
That's right.
That shit was hilarious. That was the best acting in the movie. He bit into her ass like it was the mac and cheese. That was the best acting. Him acting like boxed mac and cheese was good, and eating her ass with the same level of intent. I'm like, he's really trying to sell this, huh? Really trying to convince us.
This is why he's Denzel's son.
Right. It's like he put his all into that bite. So Fez's grandmother introduced him to the game. I also get the backstory to Ashtray, who's just a baby that showed up as collateral and then just stuck around.
Yep.
So we had, once we get all of Fez's backstory, jump cut to Rue in the car with them, following, I think, the events of the deal that kind of went bad. Ashtray killed the other dealer with a hammer and bashed the one guy in the nose. So it looks like they're going for a little coordination or whatever. And she gets stuck in the back seat with a girl that's. Oh, can we talk about the druggy chick that was with Rue? Talking about someone was like, "Oh my God, relax. It's just heroin." I'm like, "Bitch,
what?
Out here off the heroin." Rue trying to act all shy, and she was like, "Oh, I don't think you should do that," and gets her ass fucking called. I was like, "All right, druggie, whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, I thought she was trying not to relapse, but you really read her ass for filth, huh?"
Also, the part where she was, what did she say? Happy New Year, and she's like, "It's New Year's. My boyfriend never tells me anything." I'm like, "Bitch, you don't know?
He's high.
Like, why is this something your boyfriend needs to tell you?" Right?
Be off that shit.
Like, damn, this shows where you are. Right.
I did find myself getting concerned a lot for Rue at the beginning of this. They both get yanked out the car and pulled up into the apartment. And all that drama goes down. And
did you think?
What's up?
Did any part of you think this show was going to make Zendaya actually undress like that?
I did.
I was like, no, they're not.
Yeah, I was of two minds.
That could make Zendaya
it was more like a disbelief thing. I'm like, no, they're not gonna, because she's supposed to be 17, but they've shown other kids' titties, so it's like I'm like,
fucking Cassie, what? They show Cassie's titties.
Not 10 minutes later, Cassie's whole areola's in the wind. and we'll get to that.
I'm like, aren't they supposed to be the same age?
Right. But fucking and it wasn't that I'm like, oh, they're gonna show Zendaya naked. I was scared that they were gonna like, oh no. And like she tried to talk her way out of it too. It's like, but I'm in high school. Dumbass, no one cares. So is Fez. Well, maybe Fez doesn't look it because he looks like Mac Miller, so he looks grown. I think it's because they threw Ashtray in the closet, and she's like, "Well, I'll get thrown in the closet too." And hey, bitch, on these streets. And I got really scared when he got yanked into the bathroom to take her clothes off because they were trying to make sure she didn't have the wire on her. I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna take a turn. And I hope it doesn't, and thank God it didn't. But that says a lot that like the context and the framing of it would like lead us to think sexual assault was like the next, degree.
Right.
Like
no, I thought it was very well crafted, the whole episode.
Yeah.
Especially that scene.
Yeah. So we get all of that.
There's another scene I thought was even more well crafted. But yeah. I'll get to that later. We get all that.
Then we get jump over to Cassie running into Nate at the convenience store. Who I swear they do so they do that a lot of like leading you to believe one thing and it doesn't occur. So like Cassie and Nate run into each other, and then Nate's driving her to the New Year's Eve party, which is fucking bonkers. Like that's how I know this is a world of fiction. There's got to be LA or some shit. We all would have turnips like this, but like she has drinks. This motherfucker Nate is drinking and driving. He's staring at her. She's taking her panties off, like flirting, fucking
Yep.
around.
Going faster
Like,
and faster.
he's going like 80 miles an hour with the windows down.
No, bro, he passes 100 on a highway.
Right. And
I'm not a highway, a windy road.
I'm like, he's gonna die. He's gonna get
these
both of them
motherfuckers gonna
killed.
crash.
Like it was anxiety inducing.
I was so nervous during that
I was
scene.
too.
I'm like,
not even for Nate. Fuck Nate. I was worried for Cassie and her need for external validation.
Right.
But I was worried for her because, like, look, she's probably one of the saddest characters in this show, just because she has like no real backbone.
Yeah.
She's also like a kid.
Right.
You know, she has her own story too that we've gotten. So some the fuck how they managed to safely make it to the party and are fucking in the bathroom until Maddie shows up. Can we talk about how aggressively Maddie was banging on that door just to pee? I'm like, bitch, piss.
Hey, oh my god, damn.
Like, sis.
But it really heightened the tension of that scene, though, because she was up against the door. She had to be quiet as her head was banging against the door of her friend knocking on the bathroom. I was like, fuck.
That was tense.
That scene was really good.
He couldn't.
But I was like, I love the way that they played with time, though, because you think that it's happening all in real time. They're going to arrive at the party, but you're like, no, this happened slightly before they were even there. They've been at this party, which I was like, oh, I don't know. I thought that was a great reveal.
And this episode has a lot of really good beats for tension. And it lends credence to like this is one of the best looking and best shot shows on TV right now. Like I have my critiques of the show, mainly that Euphoria is just American Pie with a budget and better writing. But I will never deny that the show always looks fucking beautiful. It's a fantastic looking show. Like color grading, lighting, the way it's edited, you know, and the way scenes are crafted, acting is, you know, stellar, of course. But yeah, so they're fucking in the bathroom. Maddie's just, I have to pee, bitch. Like I could tell Nate was getting frustrated. Like, oh my god, my ex-girlfriend, your best friend is here. Ugh, isn't that such a boner killer?
Right.
Like, Nate, you raggedy motherfucker. Oh man, I can't stand this nigga. Ooh.
This thing is messy as
shit. And like my thought too, right after she started banging, I'm like, stick her ass in the bathtub. Tell her lay down. Close the curtain. This dumb bitch didn't put her phone on vibrate. So of course that comes back later too. We get I thought it was Lil Romeo and the black guy. What was his name? Was it Travis?
That man looks nothing like Little Romeo.
Romeo now?
I don't remember what his name was. What does he look like now?
Thought he looked a little bit like that, but then I saw the tattoos and I'm like, that's not him. And it doesn't sound like him either, but I think it was the eyes.
No.
I think it was the eyes for me.
Okay. I'll let you believe that.
Fucking
you can believe that all you want
this
to.
is like, believe what you want.
Right.
He said, sure, man, whatever you say. If you like it, I love it.
Like it, I love it.
Nah, so.
Oh man. But...
So, which also, can we talk about that dude? Didn't look like he was in high school at all. I'm like, wait a goddamn minute.
Oh no, I think they said he graduated. I think they said he graduated a couple years prior.
Yeah, bro. Why are you at a party of high schoolers? Like, that's weird, buddy. That's weird.
Yeah, buddy.
You
Get your ass out of there. Wait. To be fair, didn't Maketh graduate? Because didn't they like say he was going to college or something last season?
Oh, they might have. No, wait. No, because this is going into the new year, so he must be close to graduation. He must be a senior. I don't know any schools where you graduate in the winter.
Oh, you're right.
Um,
I can't remember when the last season took place.
I think it was the fall.
Where did the last season end?
So if it
was fall?
It had to have been, yeah. So the last season must have been a fall semester. If this is New Year's and this picks up right after that.
Okay.
So it must be their fall. They're like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Junior and senior years. But yeah, no, this motherfucker did not look at all like any sort of teenager. He had a full tattoo sleeve. I'm like, nigga, what 17-year-old is this?
Right. It's like, bro, come get your ass out of here. If you don't take your ass to college somewhere.
Bro, if you don't leave this 17-year-old girl, it's like, you won't smoke. Can I kiss you? No, corny ass. Weird ass. That's another thing. The fucking fashion in this show is like to the point where now that the show is back and that it's around for like TikTok, which is in full swing, people have been making jokes, including our friend Anuli. She did one about like, when you're about to go out, but you remember you go to Euphoria High, playing the sound from SpongeBob about, and why aren't you in uniform? And they come out all looking like hoochies, hoochie mamas. And I ain't hating on it when it's grown women, but when it's 17-year-olds, I feel fucking uncomfortable. I don't care if the actors are actually 20. Shit's weird, bro. I remember how we used to dress when I was in high school. It was not this bad. They were not wearing Fashion Nova.
Ain't it? Right. Like this ain't
it. Maybe because, I don't hang around at high schools because I'm a fucking adult. But I don't think.
Right.
Did you forget the part where kids are kids? Niggas will show up with jeans and t-shirts. They're not stepping out looking like Lil Nas X. They're also broke. Who's buying this shit? Not their parents.
Certainly not.
Maybe Nate's parents.
They got HBO. Yeah, maybe Nate's parents. Speaking of which, so where do we leave off? We left off of Cassie's in the bathtub.
Cassie in the bathtub. That whole sequence of events goes how it does. Rue almost dies.
Rue's at the party. Yeah, Rue, she's a hot fucking mess. I just want her to be okay.
She's a full mess.
Cause Jesus, she's a whole mess, bro. Where's Mr. Clean when you need him? Where's the brawny man?
Where's Ayanla to fix
her life? We got a whole ass mess. Where's who?
Where's Ayanla to fix her life?
Who's Ayanla?
I heard of Ayanla Fix Your Life? The show on OWN about the black lady that yells at people to get their shit together?
No. I've never heard that.
That's amazing. Oh, you gotta look that shit up after this. Oh man, I am not a fan of her in the slightest, but still.
Okay.
But anyways, to your point, talking about what happened next.
So she leaves the party to go find. Well, no, first she goes to the car, and then I think she finds the heroin, and then she goes to find where she can snort something, and she finds this other dude in another room doing some drugs, and they end up doing drugs together. But then she does too much drugs, and she feels like her heart's stopping. So then what does she do? Does she go to the hospital? Does she call a doctor? No. She tells this man to get her some Adderall to start her heart back up. Because how do you handle too much drugs? More drugs.
Yeah, that'll fix it. Damn, I feel myself about to die. Let me just do some Addy. That'll set me straight. Bitch, wait, what? You trying to meet Jesus?
Shit, I guess it worked because she got her heart pumping again. But man, I was like, you need to get it together. Right, at what cost? Exactly. So, also, we had Lexi and Fez vibing on the couch, which the vibe of those two characters is so night and day. I was surprised that it was like something that was working.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, interesting.
especially because we can tell he got a
Because
thing for
I think
Rue. So to throw Leslie in there,
I don't think he likes Rue like that. I think he views her as more like a sister kind of figure. Because she's is Rue like straight up gay or is she bi?
I don't know. I want to say bye. But I
Because the only person I think we've seen her romantically interested in is Jules.
I think both for Fez. Like, okay, I think it was one and went to the other. I think in season 1 he did kind of see her that way, but then he saw how radically fucked up and stupid she was, and he's like, "Nah, you getting sister zoned. I can't. I don't have the tolerance for that." I think he moved her into the friend zone.
You think he liked her in season 1?
Yeah, I think he did have a thing for her in season 1, but I think he moved
But
her
she
over
kn-
to the friend zone.
Damn, I'm trying to think. I haven't watched that show in like fucking 2 years. I haven't watched
None of us
season
have.
1 since 2019.
Let's be real. We
Yeah,
haven't. I didn't finish. I didn't watch Jules special
We haven't.
until before I watched the episode. I'm like, all right, I guess I got to watch it.
So when did you watch Jules?
I watched Jules
Right
before I
away?
watched the new episode.
Oh,
I watched
okay.
Rue, I think January is when I finally sat down and finished it.
Okay. So, you mean January last year or this
January
year?
last year.
Oh, okay. And then you just watched Jules recently.
Yeah, I just watched Jules. I think Tuesday.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so I like where all the characters are at right now. You know who we didn't get much of this episode? Cat, which I feel like we'll probably get more in episode
they were
2
weird about their
because she's
editing for her. Did you notice that? Like they never like fully showed her for some reason. They kept like jumping around or keeping her in the shadows. I'm like, she's the thickest one there. How are we gonna miss her? Like, why y'all being coy and
right.
weird
She's
about
like
the
the
shit?
finest
Like we
character
don't
on the
know what she
show.
looked like. She the big titty goth
Yeah,
GF
dude.
of the
So
group. We know how the fuck we supposed to miss Cat?
how you gonna miss that with Cat?
It's like how the fuck we supposed to miss?
Come on
She the
now.
one that's out here committing a whole felony. 17 years old on
What did she
Pornhub,
do?
you know
Commit a
damn
felony.
well.
Oh, right.
And out here being a findom, I'm like,
Oh,
sis, you
right.
aren't 18. This is so many types of illegal.
I forgot about her boyfriend.
Oh, that's right. That skinny dude.
I was
What
like,
happened to him?
when he came out, oh yeah, that's right. He was there.
He was there?
Yeah, he was like an afterthought, but he
See
was
how I
there.
forgot about him? It's like,
Yeah, her and Jules are talking, and then he came up. I was like, oh yeah, you exist. That's right. I forgot about you.
I have to remember everybody's faces. If it's not Rule Jules, if it's not the girls, Nate Fez and the one black dude, I probably didn't remember him. I forgot.
I don't think Lexi was as.
Huh?
I don't think Lexi was. I think she was there, but I don't think she really became like a character until like the second half of season.
I think I
1.
forgot. I know I forgot Lexi. I know I completely forgot who Fez was talking to. I thought she was new, honestly.
Who Fez was talking to? What you mean,
The chick Fez was talking to at the party.
bro? That's Lexi.
See? I forgot. I remember her ass.
That's Cassie's sister.
Huh?
That's what I've been talking about.
I know. I forgot her. I thought she was. It's been 2 years, bro. I can't remember him.
So I was like, yeah, Lexi and Fez have an interesting dynamic.
I forgot her just like that.
You know that's the daughter of Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann.
Huh. Or,
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I was like,
this
okay. All
cast
right.
is big as shit. I can't remember everybody.
You're right. It is big as
Um,
shit. It's like 8 main
yeah,
characters.
like what else happened? We had oh man, what's the black boy's name? Okay.
McKay?
Yeah, so McKay and Cassie broke up. And then Nate with his
Because Cassie had an abortion last season, which I forgot about.
I did too. You just mentioned it. We needed a fucking recap, bro, for the season. Maybe
They gave us a recap, but
clearly not enough because a lot of shit happened. I forgot about the abortion.
Like, why aren't they talking now? Why are they talking? But I think that's it.
Yeah, no, they just talked, and then he came out, and then Nate was showing more and more of the fact that he's closeted and shit. Was like really pushing him. He's like, "Oh, you fucked her, didn't you? Yeah, you fucked her. Where'd you come, bro? You come in her?
Yeah, that was
You come
weird.
on her, bro? You come in her eye?" He's like, "Bro, relax."
Yeah, getting all up in his face.
I'm like,
chill.
bro, you really want to fuck McKay, don't you? Like you putting all that sexual frustration on his homeboy.
I couldn't tell that was right. I couldn't tell if that was about McKay or if that was about because he just fucked Cassie. Now he's territorial about it.
I think it's because I think he was pushing his urges onto McKay. Because, like, I think in that situation, he's not thinking about Cassie getting come on. I think he's thinking about McKay coming on her. He was trying to get the details of how and where he came to Cassie, even though they never fucked. And he said they never fucked and then lied about not fucking. Like, oh, you slide dog. What'd you do?
Well, no, he didn't lie about it. No, he never confirmed that he fucked. Nate just kept pushing it on him.
Yeah, you're right.
That they did fuck. Like he never confirmed
Right.
that.
And but he was just being weird. Even McKay was like, "Bro, relax, chill." Oh, bro, I want to know. Did you bust in her? Did you hold her tenderly afterwards? It's like, nigga, relax. Jesus, you're in public. Slow down. God damn.
You like, and the fact that he's so much taller than him, I'm like, damn, bro, you breathing all up in his neck.
Literally breathing down his back.
Trying to get the scoop.
Stanky ass beer breath. It's like, where'd you come, bro? Did you nut? Where'd you nut at? It's like, why are you asking so many questions? This is getting mad personal. Oh, bro, how big your dick? Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you stroke your shit? And she
pair of sizes, bro.
Did you look her in her eyeballs? It's like, I feel like you're projecting a lot onto me here, bro. I can't see Nate wanting Cassie around for a long time, especially with her like being kind of needy and dependent on other people. He's not gonna vibe with that shit. He's somebody with attitude. That's why he like Maddie.
Cassie's just a whole ass mess. So bad.
All these motherfuckers are a mess. I mean, so
I feel like Lexi's the least mess. You know, the one you can't remember?
Because she ain't got shit going on. That's why I can't remember.
Right, she too good for you, bro. She about to get in with fast. Her life about to get messy.
She too average. You know, like Jules and Rue ran into each other. Rue was dodging Shawty all night. She was not trying to see her girl.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, oh shit.
But then she came to the fire.
Yeah. You know, told her that she relapsed the night she left her at the train station. Which, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You know, they say they love each other. It's all cutesy and shit. The fuck how Rue is still alive through all of this. Don't know how.
You got them super genes. You got the super blood. You got the HBO blood.
She got that rich money blood. Got that Max blood. But
you got that Max blood.
Yeah, no, I mean everybody everything's copacetic. They're starting the countdown. Cassie eventually makes it out of that bathroom. That was a funny scene of her like popping out through the shower curtain. And homeboy is like, "Whoa, I like mad hot, but I'm still gonna shit." I was expecting them to have like the audio of him dropping deuces, like while she was still in the tub. But there's like, it's like you're mad hot, but I'm still gonna take the shit. Just fires one off. She there in the bathroom and she just gotta run out and act like shit was normal. But they never did do that before she was talking to McKay.
Or splunker dunk.
And you just hear bloop.
Yeah.
You just hear some shit hitting the water. Bloop.
No, she just had some Taco Bell.
And he had the motherfucking Taco Bell wings. She just popped up like, "Get out of here! You're in danger."
This man had the dirty squirties.
Can you imagine? He's like hunched over the toilet fighting for his fucking life, and this bitch pop out in the bathtub. It's like, go while you still can. I'm about to blow this bitch up.
Fly, you fool.
Get from here. Daddle.
Be gone, wench.
What if it was one of them like real raunchy shits where he's like half naked? He got on in some jeans and socks. He just hunched him like, "Oh my god. Oh, so many mistakes was made. 10, 9. She got to run out the bathroom. This man is in whole distress.
Door won't budge. It's locked from the inside.
Trying not to smell like whole booty shit.
Oh,
She runs out to see her former black boyfriend. But
what do you think would have been worse for her? The having to endure that shit or having Maddie's pee vagina on
during
her
the
face
shit.
with
During
that
the
pee
shit.
napkin?
By
Oh
yard.
yeah, during the shit would have been worse. You right.
Look, a piss towel, you could wash that off. But shit smell, that's in your clothes.
That stays
Yeah,
forever.
like
The experience of that never leaves.
and you took your drawers off, that might go into your skin, Yeah, her pH about to be fucked up by them scents. By them doo-doo bacteria in the air.
Mm.
He was fucking up. It's like it's the way she freaked out because Maddie like rubbed a little piss towel. I'm like, girl, let's piss. It'll be all right. Could be worse. What if she shit? What if she shitted on herself and she was cleaning that? I'd not be worried. But it's just piss.
Right.
You were in the bathtub. You heard the piss. Now, if you in the bathtub and you hear your best friend just like, ooh, like firing off rounds in the toilet bowl, they're real nasty. That it's like, oh god, I was holding that in. Oh, I'm so glad that Nate's not here to hear this. Like if it was like that, and then she went to wipe the piss, yeah, I get why she'd be scared. But if she just pissed, just that like that soft tinkle.
So no. Yeah, like okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah, no, she was bugging over nothing.
Oh man,
all right, that's your best. You've kissed your best friend on the lips, but you scared of her piss? Get gone.
Right.
But,
come on.
We should probably talk about my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah. Happy New Year's.
Pop pop. Mink. The funniest shit. Nate's over here like, hey man, remember last year you said, last time we met, you said you were gonna kill me. He's like, hey man, new year, new me, and immediately smacks him in the head with a Tito's bottle. And proceeds to beat the dog shit out of Nate. Like, we saw some pretty solid ass beatings throughout 2021. Like, we saw Peter Parker throw some haymakers. We saw Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. We saw Kong fight Godzilla. bruh, this has to be one of my favorite fights because this is such a warranted ass whooping.
Nothing compares.
We've been waiting a good season, and I still don't think the ass whooping was long enough. And he got his ass beat for a good like
Oh no. Oh
3 minutes. He was
He got a whole season's worth of ass whoopings in one
right,
scene.
and it was phenomenal. I'm like,
And he still could have got
still could
more.
have got more. It was like it. I'm like, Fez did a great. That was a good starter ass whooping. Because like the thing that got me is you notice how not too many people moved that quick. They were mostly no, stop, get off him. No, what? Nobody moved. Like they really said,
Right.
no, wait, let him get a few
Oh.
more licks in, then we'll move. Like everyone backed away to let him continue the torrent of ass whooping that was going on. Like he fucked him up really good, and I'm proud of that. But
The thing is, I don't remember why they had beef in the first place.
I think it's because he was fucking with Rue. Wasn't it because he was like fucking around with Rue? Yeah, he was threatening Rue. He's like, "Oh no!"
Like, I'll kill you.
Oh, word. Make you look like a. He's like, I'll do a raid on your house. He's like, oh, okay. I'm gonna beat your ass. No. Say less. I'm gonna beat your ass. No, I just.
So did he get everything he needed? Is the question, or is he gonna still kill his ass?
I think he's still good. They're gonna absolutely have beef now because he's alive. Because they, at the end of it, they eventually, tore Fez off of Nate, and then Fez almost started throwing hands with McKay. Then he realized, oh, that's the one black guy. Nah, I don't have. It's like, look, I don't have any beef with you. Is that nigga there on the floor covered in blood? But just, oh man, that made my heart happy watching that. I'm like, yeah, keep hitting him. Like actually, and he was putting good hits on. Like those were hits with intent, as it should be. Because Nate is a shit. I hate him. He's a villain.
He's a villain.
Yeah, he's a goddamn.
I thought I was watching
goddamn evil mastermind.
Evil fucking mastermind. Did you know even though all the actors are around the same age, 24, 25, for some reason he looks the oldest.
I think it's because he's tall.
Do you ever notice? Yeah, I feel like that could be.
He's the biggest motherfucker on that show.
All of them are believable teenagers. You're right. You know who's actually the oldest teenager on that show?
There?
No, it's Maketh.
Yeah, he is, because he's like
27.
Maybe like 29? 30 something?
I think he's 27.
Might be.
But yeah, the other dude, Nate, is like 24. They is like 25.
How old is this? This is Algie Smith. I do recognize him. He's 27.
I just read it recently. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know. It's like, there's no way. I was like, this motherfucker has to be like late 20 something.
Nate? No, he's just big.
He's just fucking tall.
That motherfucker Nate, he's just big. Oh, he's Australian? Oh, he was in the kissing booth. This is weird.
Yeah.
All right.
He's in that whole trilogy.
Weird. All right. Get that bag, bro. Yeah. That shit.
Yeah, him and Zendaya are the ones that made it the biggest out of that show.
Zendaya had been playing a teenager since she was a teenager.
And they were dating a little bit before she got with Spider-Man.
She's been playing a teenager for 10 years.
It's so strange.
She's been playing a teenager.
She's playing a teenager. Both in Spider-Man. Not really, though. Like she plays a teenager in Spider-Man. She plays a teenager in Euphoria.
She's a teenager in Casey Undercover.
But then she plays a whole ass.
She's a teenager in Shake It Up. She's been a teenager since 2010.
Right, but it's kind of right. But then in Malcolm and Marie, the same creator, Euphoria, plays a whole ass adult. The most 20 to 30 something looking Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington. I was like, how you gonna have the same man have her play a teenager and a grown-ass woman?
And I felt bad for her because, like, that's the only time I think recently she's played not a fucking teenager in 10 years of being no, longer than that. She's been playing a teenager since Shake It Up. Since
Oh, no.
2010. 12 years.
I don't think she played a. I don't think she's a teenager in The Greatest Showman. She was with Zac
Okay,
Efron.
so 2 out of 12 years. She been 15 for a decade.
How long is
Like let sis free.
she's been 15 for 10 years? Right.
Damn,
Let the girl grow up.
he can't have shit. But no, like it.
Maybe when she's 30, she'll look
No, she
20.
won't. She won't. Because if I showed you a picture of one of my exes, you probably think that she was 16. She's older than me.
Damn. Some women just don't age.
I think it's a build thing partially too. It's like
Yeah, that makes sense.
Of them, doesn't Kat look noticeably a little older than Zendaya?
Yeah, she does.
Even though she's she's
agree
older
with
than
that.
Zendaya. Well,
is she really?
Barbie Ferreira, I think is how you say it. It's 25. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold up. They the same age. They both 25. Zendaya is older by 2 months.
Oh wow. Different builds.
Because Cat. I think the body types and everything, and also, I mean, Rue's be on drugs, so.
Very true. Very true.
You know, that ass whooping was peak comedy motherfucking gold. Oh my god, that was the funniest shit I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, see.
I'm like, oh, what a beautiful ass whooping. It's so good to see those are still in fact. Because but I love the way it's framed because people don't help until they're like, all right, he's been beating his ass for 2 minutes. We got to pretend like we care now. And I think everybody at that party was like, I mean, he deserved it because like everyone was just yelling like, whoa, hey, no, hey, get off him, whoa, hey, all right, now we got to move. Like, eating his ass a little too long.
Oh no, someone stop.
Oh my god, no.
We care so much.
No, don't fuck up Nate. No, we all love him. Oh man.
McKay took a second because he was like, this man was just breathing on my neck. I was my
Again,
cup.
notice McKay
really
was slow to help him out. And that's supposed to be his homeboy.
Oh right. Yeah.
It took McKay a second to get his ass over there. Weird shit. And that's his friend.
Let me watch for a second. I'm gonna get my payback for him being disrespectful.
He's being weird. All right. He's still my boy, I guess. I don't know. Any other thoughts about the?
Were they really boys like that in season 1?
You're saying were they boys like that?
I don't remember how close they were. I don't remember how close they were in the first season.
I mean, they play football together. They're sort of close.
Yeah, that's all they.
Yeah,
but yeah, outside of that,
go ahead.
I don't really got nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great starter. It got me really engaged. Everything's I'm same as you. I am very because Kat's like the character I'm most intrigued by in terms of what the ramifications of her actions will be, as well as being curious about Rue and Jules' romance because it's a case of I think Jules needs Rue more than the vice versa because Jules can hurt Rue.
You think Jules needs Rue?
Yeah, because Jules can hurt Rue a lot deeper than I'd say Rue can hurt Jules.
So say that you think Rue needs Jules, or you think Jules needs Rue?
Yeah.
Really? Because Jules kind of fucked up without without
Yeah,
her.
Jules is very fucked up without Rue. Rue can kind of do her own thing with or without Jules. And for a
You mean you? I think you have it flipped, bro.
I feel like no, because I feel like Jules can hurt Rue.
Rue, who's fucked up on drugs, who did drugs.
Oh, but I think that's a
Rue, who
sign
did
though.
drugs immediately after.
If Rue wasn't with Jules, it's like she probably would have been closer to getting clean. But because Rue was with Jules, and when Jules left and she immediately relapsed, that's not a great sign.
Right. Do you think Rue's life will be better off without Jules in the long term?
It has the potential to, unless their relationship gets better, unless they both work on themselves. Is the key thing.
So why do you think Jules needs Rue?
I think Rue kind of gives Jules that self-assurance, that security.
In what way?
Just kind of it like
that she's worthy of love.
Yeah, and because like Jules has to like come around and accept the fact that, because like what really kind of stuck out to me was during her therapy session, her just feeling so like critical of herself and her attraction to guys, and also the level of I don't know if Rue knows how important she is to Jules, because Jules doesn't like her mom. Jules barely likes being at home. Like Rue's really the only thing she kind of sticks her neck out there for. Like Jules is risky in her own kind of different way. Because Rue, don't get me wrong, Rue does hella stupid shit with how recklessly she uses drugs, but that's because she's not great at dealing with her feelings. Jules, she ran away on a fucking train.
Yeah, she's definitely more emotionally immature than
Like
Rue is.
Rue,
So I feel like Rue has a level of has some self awareness, but Jules is still kind of like trying to figure out her own.
Right.
Well, I think she has a self. No, yeah, because in therapy she has some shit she didn't realize about herself. But I feel like Jules doesn't know herself super well because she didn't see the pattern between her and her mom. But I feel like Rue is aware of what she's doing. Just doesn't. It's just apathetic.
But that, I mean, that's just me. We'll just kind of see where the relationship goes. But I'm very curious about where the girls' storyline is kind of going to end up too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm really curious too. I'll probably end up watching episode 2 of season 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, anything else before we go into the last thing to talk about?
Hey everybody, this is Editor Will coming from you from the future, or I guess the past, as you're listening to this. But yeah, this episode actually is again on the longer side. We recorded upwards of about 4 hours worth of discussion. There's a fair amount that was actually cut even from this episode. So to kind of keep things a little bit more concise, especially because the rest of the topics we go into, I think could basically make up another episode, I'm going to split this episode in half. So this first half is just going to be us talking about shows, and the next episode you will actually get our thoughts about movies from 2021. So that'll be something to look forward to. So yeah, if you would like to find Aaron, his socials will be posted in the details of this week's episode. It's always the same, Aaron Alexander 64 on TikTok. And yeah, so thank you for listening. We always appreciate you checking out the show. Don't forget to like the show, share the show, and comment the show, rate it 5 stars, and don't forget to hashtag AskAce, and we will see you all in the following episode. So be great to one another. Thanks.